Yeah, especially after that last fucking session. What do you mean NPC? NPCs aren't big-hearted like that.
Yeah.
Unless they're chasing. I'm kidding, no.
Look, you said NPCs don't suck dick. I'm gonna prove you wrong, Sam.
You fucker.
Get fucked. Literally and figuratively.
Fuck you.
Thank you.
Gina said, "Don't."
Stella!
You know, after these 2 weeks of solid quarantine, Cheru, you know,
Vaskerheim
Oh my.
stuff.
I still like this is still an option.
All right.
Dish, I am streaming the Roll20 for you.
How do I speak French? Hon, hon, hon.
Bonjour.
Alexa's mother.
Bonjour, senor. No.
Bonjour, senor!
Yeah, I know.
Hola, madame.
What?
¿Cómo te lo?
Hola, mademoiselle.
Ça va. Ça va mal.
Godo.
Très bien.
Thanks, Drew.
Wait. Chloe, do you speak Tagalog?
No, I don't speak Tagalog.
Oh, shame.
Yeah, for some reason I didn't pick it up despite my family, my parents speaking it quite a bit in my childhood.
Starts. All right.
So
I also didn't have a lot of friends.
All in. Well, we're all in, but he.
What do you mean? I'm there.
There's no letter in the chat.
this is gonna be
Oh.
my adult jaguar emoji, but
Which one?
apparently now DG doesn't want me to have that, so I'm not allowed to play mid anymore.
Oh, I want to see it. Let's see.
Letter.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh.
was saying. I want my adult one to be, and they
Alright.
said no. I
You know
totally
what?
jaguar.
All right. So who wants to do the recap?
Oh, I'm
Hold
getting
on.
Tux corn.
letter in the chat.
1d5.
Bro, I'm running on negative brain cells right now.
1. Atra!
Last time on Vaskerheim. And now Tahime.
You guys use me. I see how it is.
Look. I literally remember one thing from the last session. And that's the talk with Anna before going to my room.
I got blown up in the garden.
I blew someone up in the garden.
I cried.
You gave a heartwarming speech to Alexa, and she was like, "Yeah, but I'm just different."
What?
Don't worry about it.
Go, Kimi. You do it.
Alright. Last time on Vaskerheim, we have the party at Alexa's house. They had just finished not a dinner cooked by Alexa and the help of, is someone a helper? I don't know.
Anna tried. But she failed.
Anna tried. And what's the dinner? I think Unat had taken a bath and Alexa had to get him. He had ended up falling asleep in the bath, and she politely woke him up.
Haha, liar.
And told him to get ready to eat. Aldi went to the table. Godo ate, but he did not want to sit at the table. Dragotine also did not want to be at the table as well. So I think he stood in a corner to eat. Unox came to the table and ate, and Anna ate at the table. And they talked topics came up about the tribe and what happened. Alexa did her best, but her best just isn't good enough, as she was basically the cause of the party's suffering. Unok had a juice box?
Yeah.
I know he took a carton of like fruit juice, and it wasn't a juice box, it was a carton, and he drank out of it. And Unok kind of, but no, as he was cooking, Unok was just drinking. Okay. And then
He helped.
Did he?
Yeah. He provided her with amazing company.
He did. And then so at the table, she asked how they felt, and they were kind of disappointed.
I believe the correct word is honest.
They were kind of honest. I guess. Wait, really? They were.
Anna was told you what happened at the tribe.
Yeah, like Anna had told Alexa that she was kicked out, and Alexa said, "Oops," but at least she can spend her time with Dragotine.
What? I'm a mute.
But they came to Cersei's, which she did say that they didn't have to, but they made it clear that they did because we care. And she should have thought of that before she left. So Alexa, being herself, felt like she was being ganged up on and getting frustrated. But they just, Dragotine was like, okay, enough's enough. So Dragotine ends up leaving before he blows a casket. And then, Anna got pretty upset and she excused herself. Godo had already left prior to eating, and Unok just put in some commentary and made Alexa feel guilty about what she said and stuff before leaving out to go to the garden. And Alexa was left with her thoughts as Aldi had left to go to her room in silence.
Question mark?
As far as everyone else is aware, yes.
No, she went out to talk to Godo first.
Oh. Aldi?
Like,
I think,
no.
Aldi went,
No, the conversation with Godo happened before the conversation with Anna.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she was explaining how everyone, like, went their separate ways. Like, because Dragotine ended up outside, Anna was, like, up by the front door. Unok went to go explore the back with the flowers the first time.
Therefore, Aldi went to Godo before her room because she talked to Anna in her room. right?
Yeah, okay.
No,
She
no,
talked to
she
Anna in
talked
the
to
kitchen.
Anna at the
In the
table
kitchen.
But that's afterwards.
after talking to Godo. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. Wait, about staying at the table or something else?
Do you want me to take over?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so where Kimi left off, where everybody went their separate ways, Jaguti went outside the Moontail by the fenced area. Anna was by the door. Godo was outside with his camels, and Aldi was basically left. Well, she had left earlier, but when she came out of her room, she didn't see anyone. So she went outside. And when she saw everybody, she went to talk to Godo. Unak went to the back to take a stroll, and he found flowers, and he messed with the flowers, causing one to explode on him. During that, Alexa finally was like, no, she and Aldi talked to Godo. I don't remember the conversation. I'm sorry, but she then was heading back inside, and she ran into Alexa. And as Alexa was going out, she decided to go talk to Jagutin to make amends. And then after making amends with him, she's like, I want to go talk to Anna now, and pull Jagutin along with her. Anna was praying to her god, and then Alexa got her attention. She basically made amends with her too. At that, Aldi came back outside with Unok because she ran into Unok after he had exploded the first flower, and Unok brought her back outside, and then they proceeded to say how she messed up at the jail when she got the keys. After that, they went back in. Well, who went back inside? Did they go back inside? Yeah, they went back inside. Alexa went to go talk to Godo. While Anna and Aldi stayed in the kitchen, and Jaguting and Unok had bro time in the backyard. So they went to go look at some flowers, and after a conversation of broness, Jaguti was being told by Unag to pick the flowers, but he really wasn't gonna do it. So Unag was just like, okay, I'm gonna just fucking do it. So he fucking picks the flower, and they make an explosion happen. The only one taking damage being Jagutin because Unag is resistant or immune, whatever the case is. So while that's happening, Anna and Aldi are having a conversation that Aldi had missed because she had gone to her room at the dining table. She told her about what happened, about the ring, and about Aldi being a princess. And one of the conditions being that she cannot return to the place where she is from. Otherwise, she will get in trouble with Gil. And when Aldi identified the ring, she got all the information of it. And then they started speaking through telepathy before Aldi decided to just go to her room, becoming sad about not being able to return home or these restrictions, leaving Anna by herself at the kitchen, thinking she probably said something wrong. And basically that is where we left off. I forgot. Oh yeah, but then they ended with Alexa and Godo having a meaningful talk.
Which ended with the mom.
With Alexa, leaving and mom coming. I forgot about that. Yeah, her mom came. Okay, yeah, that's where we left off.
Comes and said that we need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And the three headed towards the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. So, as the Alexa, kind of following her mother, into the house, you could see Godo, that Alexa's head, kind of like looking down to the ground, kind of like her hands like clasped together, kind of like the fingers kind of like fiddling, like as she's like trying to think, maybe thinking of an excuse, maybe thinking of what to say. You don't know. But you can tell that she is kind of nervous.
Okay, so what's the layout situation going on? So we're inside the building. We are in a room.
You're headed towards the
Okay, so we're heading over.
And Alexa is following the mom to the front door. Because they were just out. Because they were just out. You guys met her just outside of the property, so you guys are now walking towards the front door.
Okay. He's just gonna give her a very light tap on the shoulder, and he's just gonna quietly say, "Lass, it's gonna be fine. All right." Just quietly, he says that.
And yeah, she like sighs and nods. She kind of like puts her hands to her side, but she still has this worried look on her face, but she's not fiddling her hands anymore. And then yeah, you guys go inside. Where exactly are you? Oh, Dragon Team's with Unak talking about flowers, and I think one just, I don't know, they're having a bro time.
They were coming back inside after they finished with the flowers, so they were just on their way back in.
Yeah, from what I recall, we can you guys hold on? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. From what I recall, it kind of pretty much ended with like Anna seeing us in kind of like the mess we are because our faces are kind of charred from the explosion. And it's just like, what the fuck just happened? And we're just like, okay.
Actually, Enoch is perfectly fine. Jagadin's burnt.
Yeah.
Even though I know he doesn't get hurt, but he doesn't have any. Yeah, like his But yeah, that's where that left off.
And then yeah, that would happen before they got there. So yeah, Anna, you do see a burnt Dragotine and burnt clothes of Una. And you can see his chest is more exposed.
Cool. Oh no! I'm just kidding. After a talk with Aldi, she just like put a hand to her forehead, unsure of like what she should do. But then hearing the steps of Jaguti and Una coming back, she kind of like moves the hand from her forehead and looks to them. Upon seeing them like that, she does like a small look up. She goes, "What happened to you both?"
Unok looks at Dragutine like he's like looking at him like, do I tell the truth? Like,
do I tell the truth?
She has a worried look on her face as she like walks over to you.
Real quick, is Marsh AFK?
He's muted. Probably AFK. My power.
Okay. He may or may not have DC.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
you think we can move to someone else in the meantime then?
Okay.
Aldi's in her room by herself.
Okay,
I want to know what she's doing. Tell me, Atra. I'm kidding.
Yeah, Atra, what is Aldi doing?
She's sitting on her bed, reading one of her old school books. That's really about it.
The intermediate invocation.
No, she's specifically looking at one of her
old
books on curses.
Oh.
Curses for Dummies.
Curses. By Juliet Sterling. Well, it's called, I'll say hexes. Yeah, it's called hex. You've been hexed. And it just talks about, just different, like, curses. Like, basically, if you, like, just different effects of different curses, like what you have to look out for to understand, like to see what curse, what the symptoms are, and basically what they do, and then
How to remove some.
usually how to remove it. You either go to a cleric or somebody that knows the spell remove curse, or you find a druid that's really strong and stuff. So it's very difficult to get rid of a curse without magical help.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. You read that? Are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, the removal of curses without magic because she doesn't have remove curse in her spellbook.
Well,
So she's looking for if it's even possible.
You say, well, I guess you would find well, do an investigation check actually.
Fuck.
Like it's like you've been reading for a while, like trying to like skim through it, but like if you might have to spend a lot of time to like maybe find what you're looking for, and you're not even certain if it's in this book, but like it seems like it could be like pretty vague, like there might be little to no chance because curses are very complex and it's kind of hard. Since curses are magic, it's kind of hard to like find some, like you need something to pretty much intervene, and it's kind of hard to like see if there's any herbal remedies or anything that could. Using magic problems, you need magical solutions.
Okay. But essentially that's what she's going to be doing until someone interrupts her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, yeah, I guess we will go to Alexa and Godo as they would enter the house. The mom enters the house, holds open the door for both Alexa and Godo to enter. And then she's like, yeah, it's just at the table. She says to Alexa, and she's like, okay. And Alexa would go to the table, and then like Delphine would close the door behind Godo and stuff. And,
I don't believe I catch what you said at the end right there.
oh, so you would close the door behind you if once you enter the house.
Oh, yeah, he goes ahead and does so. Not really gonna mess with the vibe of the whole situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll close the door, and then you see Alexa kind of like go sit at the table. She would like casually like look around the room to see if anyone else is there, but not seeing anyone, she would just just wait at the table. And then her mom would like take off her coat and place it on like a coat rack. Then before making her way to the table as well. I don't know why I keep putting me in these situations. Yeah, see,
Because you don't prepare.
No, like I always like I prepare it, but then I just like realize it's like, oh, I'm just talking to myself.
We
Look,
could
man,
wait.
one of the greatest skills I learned is how to yeet characters out of situations.
We can wait right now. We can wait for March to come back.
I mean,
Take a 5-minute break.
I guess so he can find out what's going on. Yeah, I'll take a 5-minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Not too much.
So how's your guys this morning?
Great, actually.
I've been trying to solve the same problem. Don't remind me.
Oh, right.
I got some good loot from my Sunday session. Got some good loot. Oh, not really loot. It worked for it, but I mean, basically, I enchanted a pretty good armor, and I'm happy with it.
Teeny,
Ooh.
send me the link for Foundry again.
Foundry.
We'll take this time to look into it.
I mean, first I have to buy it.
Okay, I put the switches in. I'm going to go. Wait a minute, I got this ready. Take care of.
Oops, that's not you. That's Vaskerheim.
Oh, what about
That's fine.
Take care of that. Dang. Every time.
Alright, so does everyone have to buy it or just the DM?
No, just the DM. Just the DM.
Okay.
And
Well,
you don't need to log in or register or anything like that. Like, you just have to join the server and then that'll be it. That's all you guys have to do. The DM has to do everything.
are you able to get it?
Not at this time. I guess
Oh,
paid
okay.
bill.
Then we'll wait until you can get it, and then we'll go over it and figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Did I get paid okay? Hold on.
Speaking of get, where's my phone? There's.
No, not yet.
You're back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my routers are fixed.
Yay!
Yay!
Having two routers makes it unreasonably hard to diagnose an internet problem.
Yeah, I was watching the man with the plan. He told his
I
wife,
feel you,
now,
buddy.
you can't get mad at me if I. Okay, back out. Give me that joint. We're gonna try again. I'll try it now.
So did you guys reach the conclusion of
No, we just had to wait for you.
okay. You totally didn't have to. I wasn't even in that part of the conversation.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
actually, yeah.
About that.
Oh, you guys came to the garden. Okay.
No, like you guys were heading back inside.
Not a problem.
Oh yeah. I mean, it took us a while, but yeah.
You were gonna show up.
Oh, so did the taco go though. I thought it was like around the same time.
Yeah, he likes to play with those hot CPUs over there.
And now we just have to wait for Hime and Shiru.
As long as your wife says that you don't play with the Rams, she's okay with it.
At 20th level, you can draw on your inner reserves of magical power and entreat in your entreating patron to regain all your expended spell slots. What, isn't that only 2?
No.
You gotta admit, Jack's pretty funny on that.
I think it's 4 when you hit 17th level.
When do you get 3?
11th,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Limited wish. At 14th level, you entreat your patron to grant you a small wish. As an action, you can speak your desired genie vessel. Speak to your giant genie vessel, requesting the effect of one spell that is 6th level or lower, in the casting time of one action. The spell can be any spell from any spell class list. Ooh. And you don't need to meet the requirements to cast it.
That's wish.
Limited wish. Ooh. Including the costly components. Wait, what level is Hero's Feast?
6.
I can get Hero's Feast for free? Damn. You win. You win, guys.
Where do you think you go?
At level 14, you win.
Really?
That's a long way.
What is this limited wish?
It's a 14th level Genie Warlock.
Oh. Broken Warlock. Gotcha.
Is it broken?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Are we all good?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know. Is Cheery?
She's there.
Cheerio.
She's cooking right now, but she's there.
Oh, okay.
Marsh, you're back.
Yep, I had to hit my outside router, but I'm back.
Oh yay!
Alright. Yeah. You guys are. Yeah, Anna, you would hear. Well, you see, Unak and Dragatine burnt, and
Yeah, no. As they where's my sheet? Okay.
I have a really quick question though.
Mhm.
In regards to, okay, so I understand I don't take damage. I totally get that. But is there like not like, I mean, it's not like I don't get the like. It's like the flame still hit his face, so there's still burnt marks. No.
No, because your skin is very used to flame, so like.
So. Okay, I was just asking.
It's
like just for.
Yeah, like think of Theo when it comes to
Okay, you got it. That perfect example. Thank you.
Okay.
No,
Robert,
Theo is just black as coal.
She's actually black.
She just paints her skin every day.
Sorry, Hime, go ahead.
Robert?
Hmm?
I was asking, what's the last thing you heard?
The last thing I heard was like that Alexa and Aldi's mom like came up and walked them inside, and that was when I died.
Oh.
That's what I died.
Okay. Well, at that moment, like it cut to us. Like they were still like heading back. Like they were coming back.
Yes. Yeah.
It cut to me. So I said that Anna was she was just like, it was after like talking to Aldi and Aldi leaving. She put her fan on her forehead, just unsure what she could have worded things better. She doesn't know why Aldi seemed upset. Well, she knows why Aldi was upset, but it's like Aldi stormed off. It's what did she do? But then she hears like you guys coming back, and she removes her hand from her forehead to see you two. And the moment she sees you two, she's just like,
Gobsmacked.
What happened to you both? And then she like walks over to you both. Yeah.
And then at that point, I look to you, and I'm like, do I tell the truth?
Dragatine just smiles and just kind of laughs a little. Oh, Udok just played a little prank on me. I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Unak does like, you outed me, bro.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. She looks at you, Enoch.
I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. It was nice.
But you're both covered in.
Oh no, it's fine. Trust me, I've had a lot worse.
I'm like nodding along with whatever he's saying. Like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like shaking my head, like waving my hand. Yeah, it's fine, but not saying anything, just gesturing alongside with everything that he's saying. So that I don't get in trouble with Anna.
She's like glancing between you both, and then you see her kind of like take a breath, as in like you can tell she's calming down, and she goes, "Are you both okay? Are you not hurt?"
I look at myself, and then I give you a thumbs up. Yeah, I'm fine.
I mean, I'm a little toasty, but I'll live.
I raise my hand and I say, I take it back. I'm terrible.
That's terrible.
I could heal you both then.
He raised his hand. No, my clothes.
Oh, I unfortunately don't have anything for
As
that.
you're speaking, Anna, that's when the door opens and like you hear people coming.
As a point of order, how wrecked are Dragutine's furs?
They just the front part is kind of like singed. It's kind of like darkened.
So that just adds to the character. Okay.
Okay, I guess that's happening. The front door opens, and Anna's still looking to them both. Like you can see she's trying to tend to you guys.
And then you hear, go to the table and stuff, and then like by that you do hear Delphine's voice, and if you guys were to look over, you do see Alexis walking to the table, and she goes to sit down. And she does, like after she sits down, she does like look to you guys, and sees like Udak and Dragutine kind of like raises a brow, like what happened. And then
I give you a thumbs up. And then I slowly raise my other hand to give you a second thumbs up.
See, her hands are still like under the table. You're able to see. But
And then Godo's with them too, right?
yeah.
Okay.
You
Does
see,
Godo still have his bow on?
his bow?
Yeah, his little bow.
You still have his bow.
A bow tie.
The bow.
His little bow tie.
Didn't it get incinerated when he caught himself on fire?
I'm having a deja vu moment, and we've already talked about this.
We did, and I forgot. Tell me.
It burned away when he caught himself on fire, right?
No, it's in one of the bags of camel, but he's not wearing it at the moment. But he does have his little He does have a little raggedy rag on his left arm tied on his left wrist tied around it.
Una looked for the bow tie again, and then if you guys look at him, he seems perplexed, for he feels like he has a deja vu moment.
You'd be right.
Unok summed himself into confusion.
You do see closes the door behind Godo, and before making her way after she takes off her coat to the table. And then she goes, kind of just like looks to see that you guys are burnt. And then she's like, I see you were playing in the garden.
Madam, we're adults. We don't play in the garden. We explore, as I put my arm over Dragutin.
Yeah, he was playing in the garden.
Blasphemy!
But I do agree that it did require some exploration.
I nod to that.
Yes, Aldi
with
has
confidence.
been experimenting with some magics.
Oh, that's all these? Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Yes!
I'm gonna have to get used to this, aren't I?
I genuinely could not have expected a better reaction.
Yes, we are going to discuss the transaction that Anna did on my behalf to
That Anna did?
Oh,
Anna?
Alexa. I said Alexa. That's what I said.
Okay, I believe you.
Of course, I touched somebody else's money.
That Alexa did on my behalf.
What discussion needs to be had?
Well, yes, I did pay for Mr. What's your last?
Did he ever give his last name? I think we
Nope.
only know him explicitly as Godo.
He's Godo.
Yeah, he's just Godo.
He's Godo.
He is Godo. The
Mr.
Pokemon.
Doe.
Godo.
Just Godo.
Godo.
She says Mr. and then she paused and then she does looks to him and then Alexa's like, Godo is fine. We call him that.
Unok seems perplexed again.
Yes, Godo.
Yep, no need for formalities, just call me Godo.
And basically, I had to pay, I believe it was 12 platinum?
Yep.
Yeah, it was, and the price being 12 platinum, and normally I would have Alexa pay this off herself with the job that she does, but knowing Alexa's predicament, I cannot do that to my daughter.
If you want, I can just simply go back to the prison. No worries about it.
No, what?
Dang it, I could have ridden myself off.
I was literally about to say, there he goes again, trying to NPC his way out of this.
No,
It's not going to be my goal, just to casually remove myself from this. Alright, continue.
it is unfortunate, but I would like if you could protect my daughter until this whole council debacle is over and done with. And
Uh-huh.
see, I know it is asking a lot since Alexa does tend to get herself into trouble.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
And you go to nod
Tends
at,
to.
Dragon Jeans.
I think that's most of our complications, actually.
Like first thing, like when her mom says it, she looks to her mom, and then she looks at Dragontine, and then she looks at Goto, and then she looks to Unak, and it's like, why is everyone geeking up like me?
I don't believe this is ganging up on you, lass. I believe this is just sudden fix.
And they're
No
shaking her
offense.
head.
Got him.
like you just see like almost everybody at the table sitting there and their arms crossed and they're all just nodding.
Yeah, like it's just like you know, like how in like I don't know if you guys ever watch Gravity Falls or like whatever, when people
Yes.
have like a bunch of conversations in between where they all say the same thing, and you hear that one and like she does tend to do that in the back. Like I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah.
essentially,
No, I love
you
that.
know, like
I love that scene in Gravity Falls. I know exactly which one
yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah, it's just like there's just a bunch of conversation, and you hear the one guy just really loud point out something obvious, like that. That's what's going on.
When Goto says we're just being honest, Dragotine like crosses his arms and kind of like leans into Unak a little bit, like yeah.
Oh, the fact is, I just want the safety of my daughters. If you can watch over both of them until this whole council thing with Anna is over.
I'll consider the 12 platinum as a what is it fucking called? I'll consider it as a down payment or something. All right, sure.
Thank you. As for you, Alexa, I wish you would have come to me before making such a transaction. It does put a damper on future things that we were planning for quite some time, but
Oh, man, I thought you were covering that door.
I just need you to be better.
Did you just Reese yourself, Kiwi?
Just
You just Reese emailed yourself. You said that, and all I could think of is Reese's do better emails. Sorry, continue.
And I do need you to look after Abby more now than ever. I suspect that she does want to go to Waterlight. She does, yeah. Well, I just feel like her life would be in danger if she goes to go back. But Aldi, she just wants answers. And depending on those answers, oh,
Coming from behind.
where is she?
She is in her room.
I'll go get her. like Alexa says as he like quickly like kind of like scoots out of the from the table and kind of just like power walks away.
You can't escape your responsibilities.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Holy
Hold on.
Got him.
Got him.
Yeah, so you guys watch Alexa leave and to go get Albie, and like Delphine sighs. How are you doing, Anna?
I could be better.
Sorry, the guy. Doggone it. Doggone it. I'm sorry, Hime. Please continue.
So I don't know if you guys heard me.
You said
I could be better.
right?
Yes.
I'm very sorry for the situation that you're in. Please.
I can't. I'm sorry. Hold on. It's all right. Honestly, no one could have foreseen what was going to happen. It was very unfortunate.
The least I could do is have you guys at least properly equipped. I don't know what could be out there in the desert where you're going, where the dragon wants you to go. But obviously, if the dragon is being cautious, then...
we already spoke with your husband about that. Through Alexa. And he did offer to help upgrade some of our things.
I see. Okay. I'll talk to him about it and...
She nods her head and she says, if I may ask, did you have any idea about this? And then she shows her the ring.
It's as a way for him to keep track on people of interest. That way he can... It's really to help him scry on you without much trouble.
Mm.
I assume you do know what scrying is.
She nods her head. Mm-hmm. I do. Then at this very moment he is perhaps listening to our conversation.
Well, it does take energy and, well, I don't know how to say spell slot. It does take time, and it only lasts for so long, but he just has an easier time.
All right.
And as long as you just stay within his graces, but he does have his own agenda. You should be fine. Just keep your wits about you.
She nods her head. Thank you, Lady Delphine.
And if there's anything else you guys need, I'll happy provide. Happy to.
Uh, well, we honestly thank you very much for the hospitality.
She just smiles. And, you say, and he does see a few of the dishes. So like, you do see her like, well, knowing Anna, you see everything. Like you do see her look at some dishes and stuff. Some even haven't been cleaned yet, but just stacked. But you can tell that, like, just from her looking, she just knows that you guys did eat. So she's not gonna.
Okay.
And Alexa would then come back with some Atra. He's still gone.
No, I'm here.
No, it's back.
Okay. Alexa goes, you're in your room reading, and you do hear the door open.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Alexa poke her head through the door. Yeah. Aldi, Mom's home.
Time for another lecture. She closes the book and she carries it with her as she walks out to follow you.
I took the brunt of it, but...
Well, that was for using the guild's money for Godo. I'm gonna get lectured for something else, and you know it.
Oh, yeah. And see, you can poke your nose.
Stop it.
And then, yes, you'll make your way back to the... What'd you do? Okay. She makes her way back to, okay, yeah, you, make your way back to, oh, and Dragoon, you do heal 11 hit points.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got him.
And then, yeah, and you see Alexa return with Aldi. Aldi.
Mom.
So, you did get arrested again.
Yes.
But this time, you attempted a jailbreak.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see, you do see, like, she was gonna say something, but she just sighs, just, like, she has told you, like, she has told you, you're used to getting told it, basically, but this time she's just like, what could she say to you that you haven't already heard? Like, it's
1,000 times.
It's just the prison's just very dangerous, and there's a lot of dangerous people in there. Even if you're after to get your friends out, there's a chance that they're not going to take a chance that you might be trying to get out more. of the more dangerous people in there. But
Like who? I don't even. I just like. Okay.
That doesn't matter. Just you need to be careful now that they want to go. They wanted to keep you in the city, but I told them that you are very key. I told them that you are key to helping Anna achieve her goal, and you are with them to head back to West Vaskerheim. But I do know that you do have concerns about Waterlight.
Gonna get the answers I want. Or is Gil always gonna get in the way?
You can ask, what do you want to know, and I'll answer to the best of my ability.
The truth. Am I really royalty?
You are.
And my birth parents?
Your birth parents. Your father had your blood relative. He had passed away before your birth. And I need notes. Give me a second.
Oh, as a note, I just realized Cheer's not reading Roll20 because she's cooking, right?
I was gonna go tell her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I was gonna go tell her after.
Okay.
I responded.
He made the real MVP.
Of course. No
I just realized, I was like, wait a second. That's why she's not responding. She's not looking at Roll20. Dragutine, like, as Delphine started to kind of lecture Aldi, whispered to Unak and Anna, and just was like, I'm gonna go back to the garden and leave this conversation in the family. And then he's gonna go just slink away, as much as a giant rock man can slink away.
Yeah. So, Cheer, are you there? You're muted!
Yes.
Okay. Even though you're muted, you can hear me. Okay. So, as Dragutine's going, like, you guys are still talking. Like, I'm not sorry for interrupting you guys, but you guys are still talking. She's going to whisper to like she sees Dragutine going, she's gonna whisper to Unak, like, I'm gonna go follow him. If you like, you come as well. And then you're gonna see that she kind of gestures you to like start, like if she wanted to go to walk, and then she'll follow you.
You know that scene from Zootopia where Nick Wilde was like, we still have 4 hours left, and then he leaves, and then Judy was like gonna say something, but then she stops and points at Nick and then walks away with him.
Yeah.
He does that.
Oh, okay. So I guess you and her are walking back relatively on the same pace as because Dragutine left first.
Yeah, he
Okay.
like he was gonna. I'm just gonna make it canon that he really fucking spaced the fuck out.
Okay, no worries. Sorry,
Like,
Anna pulled you out of
Yeah,
there.
my bad. Yeah, like he like realized what's going on. Then he's like in his head, he's like, "Dragonstein, don't leave me." And then Anna was gonna leave. He's like, "Anna, no!" And then he just, yeah, he left with them.
And then he was like, "Wait, I can go with them."
Yeah, like he had this real genius moment. Be proud of
Mhm.
him, you guys.
I'm a legend.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Continue your conversation. We're on the garden now.
Right.
I am trying to find my backstory because I had that information written somewhere. Wait. I can scroll up in our DMs. A long way, but that'll be faster than looking through all my files.
You can search DMs as well.
Yeah, we can do that. Can we?
Yeah.
Yes. Top
I
right
use
corner of
it
the
a
Discord.
lot.
All right.
While that's happening.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see.
You found it?
Yeah. Your father, Sakurai, passed away before you were born. But your mother is Aliyah.
Aaliyah. Or
Okay.
Ilia? How did I spell it?
Aliy.
Yeah, Aaliyah.
Aliyah.
Or Alia. That's what it is. Alia.
Yeah. And Aliyah is your mother, who is the
Thank
the queen, I would say. Or yes, and your uncle is now the king of it. His name's Fahad.
Fahad? Fahad?
Yeah.
And sister's name, I can't remember that.
And your sister, younger
Sorry.
sister, is Lillian.
Do you know anything else about them?
I know that they were attacked about 21 years ago. And you were lost then.
Left side of the train, right side of the train. In the backyard spot.
And the attackers were they were sent by the council at the time. And they were after a certain magical item that your family possessed, and They were able to retrieve it, and your father did his best to protect it, but it wasn't quite enough.
Shot me a drink.
And basically, you were missing during the attack, and they tried to revolt, but to the public eye, Waterlight was the aggressor. And I don't know how you went missing, but from what you told me, your father, Fiddlesticks, had taken you. How he knew you were there, I do not know. But I do know that when I did see you, I knew exactly who you were.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
I had to keep you in the dark because I know what you would try to do, and it would put you back into a targeted line that the council wants. And, well, now they know that you know. Honestly, I don't know what they're thinking. But what I've seen, it's nothing good.
They just want to use me to start a war, don't they? At least one of them does.
Yes, one does want to start a war. The others, I don't know what goes through Gil's head, but he's always planning, always calculating.
He's probably the one
Always.
person in this city that's more mischievous than I am. Difference is he tries to hide it.
Oh, got it. Elevator in the back. Bottom spot.
The item that they took
Oh, I think it's spot killed now.
from Waterlight
I don't know. I spawned and then I just died.
has gone missing,
Back in the corridor.
and I think I know you know who took it. Siri. Wait, Alexis says that. Alexis says Siri.
Aldi looks at Alexa. We were planning on chasing after her, weren't we?
Yeah, it's just Siri. I don't know where she is. Mom has tried many times to find her, but she seems to resist it every time. I don't know how she's doing it. Sometimes I can get through, and it just fails. It's some powerful force that can only do that. I don't know what she's doing. But whatever she's doing with this item is, well, it's not good.
None of what she's doing is good. We all know this. You do know that I'm gonna have to find out for myself one day, right?
I know.
And the council knows that they cannot stop me, don't they?
I know. They know. Right now.
I won't do
It's
anything crazy yet. Don't worry.
Yeah, they're using Anna as a deterrent.
You see a small smirk cross her face. And both of you recognize the book she's holding. Don't worry. I already know all about the ring.
Just be careful. A simple remove curse can trigger some negative effects to Anna.
There are spells other than remove curse that we can use.
Mm-hmm.
That one's just start. Or at the very least, the finish.
You can just cut off her finger. That will work too, right? Alexa.
Don't worry, she can get another one.
I mean,
Curses don't affect only the body part that they're attached to. Once a curse is attached to a body, it attaches to the whole body. And with the way this one was designed, even if we did do that, she would immediately try to put the ring on another finger. So it's not that easy. Of course, we won't be able to do anything at all about this until after we've left the city.
just be careful.
You see another smirk on her face. I think I've already made it clear that I'm never careful.
As in, come back alive.
You see her look down at her own spellbook, and a small pout forms on her face. I'll be sure to come back. Alive's a strong word.
Shut up, Aldi. Shut up. You're not doing it. I will use every bone in my body to make sure that doesn't happen. I'll even use a whisk if I had to. Alexa. I would.
I'll do it as many times as I need. My life can be eternal. Your suffering shouldn't.
It's what I'm going through is not that bad. Like, I can live my life to the fullest, and then when it's time to go, it's time to go, right? Then.
But you won't be dead. You'll be stuck, forever experiencing the woes of everyone who picks up that lamp to follow you.
Oh, there's also the other way. I don't pay the thing, and I just won't feel anything.
Do you really believe that those souls trapped within the lamp feel nothing?
They're suspended in time.
Did he tell you that?
Is he nuts?
And do you really think he was telling you the truth?
He doesn't lie. He has no reason to. Doesn't care whether I know the truth or not. Like, he's not a liar. He'll tell the facts, even if it's the cold hard truth.
I don't believe that those souls are truly suspended in time. Not one bit.
At least their consciousness, at least. Anyway.
So he claims.
Well, he's never lied to me. As far as I know, everything he said happened. Everything every consequence he said came true. It's my problem, Aldi. It's not yours. You have your own things to deal with. Like, just worry about your blood relatives, and I'll worry about my problem. Okay? You guys are both sisters. Even if not by blood, you guys are still my daughters. So you guys need to look after each other. I don't agree with this form of necromancy that you want. There's other ways.
Like, what? Subscribing to some patron's whims? She looks at Alexa, and then she glances over her shoulder. or being forced to follow the whims of a god who does not care. She glances over her shoulder towards the other three that are going outside.
I think they would have been outside.
They're probably outside by now. I'm just saying. She's glancing towards them.
Or just listen to the will of the earth.
Suppose I can't completely argue with that. After all, you did teach me how to create a spell I never thought I'd be able to create. Using a form of magic I've never studied.
Technically, a druid can also become a lich. I'm not gonna get into it. But I'm tired. I will. Do your friends have any place to stay? I could make a suitable place if they need. We'll talk. We probably need to have a group discussion just to see what we're gonna do next. But you can go ahead, Mom. Alright. I'll see you two in the morning. I think she goes over to Aldi and Alexa, and so like wrap her hands above you and kiss you both on the forehead.
Aldi hugs her back and just stays quiet.
Then she'll let go, and then she'll make her way down the hall. Alexa just looks at you.
Aldi throws her hands in the air. Whatever it is, I didn't do it this time.
Yes. I thought we talked about this.
About what?
I thought you gave up on the whole lit thing.
I never said I gave up on it.
It's not worth it. You don't need to be a lich to be strong.
Well, there's no way with my mortal body that I'll ever be strong enough to defeat. She gestures at your land. A godlike being.
He is a djinn. He is no god.
With his powers, he may as well be. Only difference is, unlike gods, he actually meddles in the affairs of us mere mortals.
He's powerful, but he's only powerful in this mortal realm. Gods are stronger. They can do more that a djinn can't. Yes, djinns are powerful, but they are no gods. I don't know, think dragon. Dragons are powerful and they know magic. They can be just as strong as any gen.
Either way, he is far more powerful than any mere human. And although I have qualities that make me far less human, or I suppose far more than human, it's still not enough. Not enough to free you from your curse. Besides, the desire to become a lich came long before I ever met you. Your predicament simply made the desire stronger.
Just now, I'm just not for it, and if I have to, I'll stop it. Need to find other alternatives.
We'll see.
Anyway, let's see what they're doing.
Aldi nods and starts walking towards the door, and then stops for a moment. Wait, do you know where they went?
They went to the backyard.
Whatever door I came in, I went right back out.
Yeah, I went to the backyard.
So Moontail went to the backyard then?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
You got a problem with that?
No, I just, last time I remembered Moontail was in the front, so I'm just clarifying that.
Yeah. He
Okay.
called her over.
Then I will, then she turns around and starts walking towards the back door.
Max would go there too. And you guys in the back. What you guys doing?
Drugs.
Drugs.
You see them.
My
Organic
drugs!
drugs.
My drugs!
My
My
God.
cabbages. Oh.
Abby,
Okay.
You see them smoking your petals.
How? They're supposed to blow up the moment you touch them.
If you pick
Wait,
the petals right, they
He's
make
not
a
doing
mead.
that.
Happen anyway?
I think I'm just gonna continue typing.
I mean, it's going to you guys anyway.
Uh,
Well, I do a mean
no.
drug.
Oh no.
all right. Sorry, it's because you started talking like you guys were gonna start role playing, so I was like, oh shit. Well, I guess I'll continue.
No, I did that teasingly. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. Now I get to erase all this. No, I'm kidding.
No.
As you grab onto your horns, Unag, you see that she like undoes like the arms that are across her. They were crossed, but then she undoes them and she like reaches up to like grab your hands, and she goes, "Oh no, don't do that! Don't do that, Unag, listen, it's gonna be fine." She's trying
Is
to
it?
like calm you down.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it? And she goes, yes.
He
So,
slowly lets
alright.
go of his horns. Do I see the girls coming?
Yeah, you would see them.
He's gonna like like pull his hands away from you without injuring you because they're claws.
Yeah, she lets go. Before she like looks back to see them coming, and then she looks back at you and says, "Look, you could do this. Just stay calm. I've only asked you because I saw what happened. You weren't truly happy. It doesn't mean you didn't love her. It just means you weren't ready. And you saw that she couldn't handle it either. Do you really want to try again only for it to fail again?"
Can I get back to you after this?
All right. But Unok, don't walk into this blindly. Really think about it. Think about your feelings.
I'll try.
You see that she does give you like a concerned look, but she gives you like a smile of like, you can do this kind of look. And then she gives you like a little pat on the shoulder before she starts heading over back to Dragoting and Munto.
As you turn and start moving towards Moontail, you see Moontail's head that had previously been trying to steal sly glances at the two of you, kind of like quickly dart back down. But Dragotine doesn't seem to have taken any notice to anything that you were talking about. He seems pretty engrossed with whatever he's doing, and as you approach, you see that he's kneeling down in the sand, dirt, whatever the earth is. And if you come around, you see that he actually has his eyes shut at the moment.
All
right.
For posterity's sake, despite the rest of the surroundings, it's surprisingly fertile soil.
Oh. He's kneeling in the soil.
I think Robert's happy. It's soil.
Well, I just say that because we do have a backyard full of exotic plants, at least exotic for the area.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to do Robert justice and tell him what kind of soil it is.
Okay? Oh no! I'm not even going to attempt that.
What's taxonomic class right now?
Hey, yes.
I'm gonna finish with her like like she comes by and Dragotine, but she does like look at Moontail and then she kind of raises her brow and goes, sorry, hold on. Well, I had it in my mind. Were you eavesdropping?
Yeah, that means yes. I mean, she said maybe, but that means yes.
Well, that's all right. She's going to like give like Moontail a couple of pets. You no need to worry. I was only giving him some advice.
Moontail nods, like approvingly.
Yeah. And then she's gonna like come around like the other side. Since Moontail's like on one side of Dragotine, she's gonna go to his other side and she's gonna like kneel down to see what he's doing. But I'll leave it at that so Unak and Aldi can and Alexa come in. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll take you to the things here.
Group huddle, everyone ring it in.
Alright, is Alexa actually saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Alexa, are you actually saying that?
Yeah. What? Everyone
what?
come in. Anna, get over here.
when you're like, everyone come in, he like, and then goes.
Dragotine just lets out a big sigh as he kind of like leans his head back, like ugh. And as he kind of opens his eyes to stand up, Anna, your passive perception's like a million, right?
Yeah.
All right. You notice that like as he opens his eyes and stands up, you notice his eyes are a little damp.
Aww. She's gonna take a note and like she's gonna get up just a little quicker than she usually does. But she's going to like look over to her Alexa and say, well, we're coming.
Okay. And she'll just wait. He'll look around for Godo.
Who are you looking for?
Where's Godo?
Wasn't he in the kitchen?
He looks at Albie.
Aldi just shrugs.
Did you two lose Godo?
I mean, he never left.
Never left the kitchen.
You know what? I'm just gonna go that he's completely still at the moment, and y'all just don't see him. He's just been standing there this whole time, and I'm sitting down in the chair. And he's just been like,
I'm just
not doing really much.
Is it the Guardians of the Galaxy thing where it's like if I
Yes,
don't move,
that's
you
what I
can't
was
see?
about to say. He's
You guys hear
mastered the art of
behind you,
moving so slowly,
you just
he
hear her.
becomes
You just
invisible.
hear the sweet sound of a snap of fruit, and he just seems to be eating grapes. He's like looking all. Did you need me for something?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not lost, thank goodness.
Aldi like what's flinches and just looks up at him. Gotta put a bell on you.
Maybe like a bell on a bow tie or something.
That would be so cute.
Last I remember, Bo's alert. As they say, pray. I'm fine without the bell. I swear, if this becomes a recurring theme.
Okay, so I guess tomorrow we'll see what we need, and then in the next coming days we'll leave the city to do she points at Anna.
To do Anna?
Yes. No.
What?
Anna's,
Oh.
scar.
Oh, okay.
So I suggest that we try to get as much. I guess Mom and Dad are gonna help with the I guess giving you guys better equipment than your sticks.
That. Okay, we're done here.
I'm kidding. Like, maybe they just need to be upgraded.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while, right?
Just a few days.
Yeah, so, we're not exactly then leaving tomorrow, are we?
No. Is that a problem?
Well, no, you just opened with, we're leaving tomorrow.
No, I didn't. I said we're getting things done tomorrow, but we're not leaving tomorrow.
I'm confused.
Look,
Aldi looks at Unok. Me too.
Unless you're... Well, enchantments just take time, and
Look, honestly, who's getting anything besides me? It's just me, right?
well, I
Aldi raises her hand.
I did hear Unok was getting his rapier, his sword, enchanted, and then Aldi wanted. Oh, Aldi's getting something, I believe.
Claws?
Yeah.
She looks
And
down
then
at her feet. All four of them.
4? Oh, right.
You'd see her just staring at you deadpan.
and then Anna.
Yes.
Anna. So we
Alexa.
need to get. So everyone's just gonna get it out and ready to go. Maybe we need potions.
All right. So is that all we're going to be doing tomorrow?
Yeah, just see if you guys need something. Go shopping and see if there's any items we can get.
Look, I do appreciate the enchantment, but look, we're already in enough debt to your family, so I'll be fine.
This is just a gift.
We could.
It's not debt.
Well, there are jobs you could do in the meantime as their enchantments are being done, so we can make money that way.
Look, it'll save us some time, and it'll ease my conscience if you can just leave me out of it. It's fine.
Mom didn't say anything about paying back for the enchantments, did she?
No.
Dad didn't say anything either, did he?
No, I think the payment was keeping
us safe.
Yeah.
It's more the principle of the matter.
Do you not give gifts in your tribe?
He kind of rubs his head for a moment. Look, you have your mom thinking that we are protecting you guys as payment for Godo, and you have your dad thinking that our payment for protecting you is enchanting our weapons.
No, so Godo is protecting us as payment for Godo. Not you guys. And that is only until such time that we're done with the whole West Vaskerheim insurrection. And, I mean, you guys did protect us in West Vaskerheim, so technically it's a thank you for the protection you've already provided.
Yeah.
Dragutine kind of grimaces for a moment. Yeah, alright. If I get anything enchanted, though, I'd probably prefer it to be my armor.
Okay.
What if we run across an enemy that can only be damaged by magical weapons?
Then,
I'll just make it afraid. And then you guys just beat it up.
Well,
You see her shrug. Works for me.
I technically don't need a weapon, so she'll hold out her hand, and then you do see kind of like a golden, kind of like a very decorated golden hand axe disappear in her hand, and then she'll hold it out to Jackie Team.
I mean, I don't technically either, but we all saw the results of the giant monster battle.
Look, I understand where you guys are coming from, but I'm good.
I'm trying to help. You keep shooting me down.
Listen, Alexa, that's a kind gesture, but if he doesn't want to, you really shouldn't push it.
Well, we'll leave it at the armor. I just brought up the possibility of physically immune creatures. And if he has a solution to that doesn't involve enchanted weaponry, then fine. We never said enchanted armor was off the table.
Yeah, we'll enchant the armor, no biggie. And then we'll enchant Enoch's sword. And then Aldi's claws. And it has to be good then.
Sienna nod her head.
Aldi did find a magical item out in the night when you guys haven't arrived yet. And
Oh yeah, I have to talk
Side-
to the enchanter about changing its shape.
it probably can't change its shape, but
Well, I'm gonna
You-
ask. It doesn't hurt to ask.
well, you could probably just take the enchantment off of it and put it onto something else.
True.
But that also is gonna take time.
Yeah. She looks down at herself. I don't want to wear a cloak.
Okay, then get a piece of clothing you would want it on. Then.
You see her just simply nod.
Okay. And fine, then. Goto, and Goto, you didn't want anything?
No, lass, I think I bothered your family well enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that.
I mean, does lighting your sword on fire technically count as a temporary enchantment anyway?
Are you asking me that? Because I have no fucking clue.
Well, it turns it into a magical flaming weapon.
No, it's just on fire. I'm like, if you want to look at it, see if he puts it on the table. No magic about it.
Why do I argue everything?
Anyway, where did you
Yeah,
guys
I've wondered that. Oh, wait, never mind.
Where did you guys want to sleep? I mean, you guys can stay here.
Preferably in a bed. Oh. Go ahead.
Well, my mom could make an area for you guys. Or, if you guys want to stay here, there's also inns in town. There's some good ones. I can recommend.
We'll see, Alexa.
Okay, go talk to my mom, and she can make you guys an area.
She nods her head. Thank you very much.
And then she looks to Jagatine and just a little frown before going into the.
He doesn't seem to register it.
And Alexa walks inside. Unok, now's your chance.
I go down on one knee. I'm kidding.
I push Aldi up against a wall.
And I ask her about my
Toads.
cabbages.
Goto stands there. Goto stands there in the background, completely still.
I roll perception to see if I can find Goto.
You can't.
Unok, not now.
No way
Goto's.
you can
Wait,
find
where'd he
him.
go? Aldi looks over Unok and Dragotine. I see you guys found the flowers.
I gave you 2 thumbs up.
You see a very prideful smirk on her face.
He returns a prideful smirk and says, "They're booming."
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna get burned a lot, aren't I?
Not intentionally.
You
But
see how to
yes.
go? She gives you that motherly stern look.
Oh shit! Shit just got real.
I didn't know you guys would just pick any flower you see on the ground.
Yeah, that was him.
Now she gives it to you, Enoch.
He shrugs like, "You can't fault me for being perfect."
Damn right.
Aldi glances away.
Just for future reference, Aldi, I know this wasn't your fault, but please, when you do have them in your possession, please be very careful. And do not
Yeah,
say
Aldi.
you are not careful.
You see before you say, you see her before you say, be very careful. She had her left hand in the air with the index finger pointing up, and then
I
she
put
puts
your
it
hand
down.
down. Can I put your hand down for you?
Yes, she does not resist.
All right, well, that's settled. She's going to like look at Jagti and say, would you mind joining me for a walk to the front?
Yeah, sure. I'd be happy to.
Mhm. She's going to then look to you, Una, Aldi, and Godo, and she's going to nod her head and say, well, I'll see you all later.
Have fun with that.
He's
give
here
her
to take
two-
her.
I give her eyebrows. Slowly, like
She has a deadpan look.
slightly faster.
She's unimpressed. And then she's going to like lead like direction like around the garden to like go to the front. And she assumes that Jaguting with Moonterra are gonna follow.
Yeah, they follow.
Leaving the 3 alone.
Oh, you two can chit chat, and I'll role play this time.
The 3? Oh, right.
Good.
Godo.
Kodo's there.
Yeah, Gojo's right there.
No, I know. I'm just
Oh.
playing on the meme.
Well, I'm
Okay.
already claiming the roleplay spot.
I said I claimed it.
I
Well,
erased
only
it.
one person's typing.
Oh damn! You cannot type when I'm typing.
Una Kesu.
I said the teacher, but
Una just collapses on the ground and starts seizing up.
Unok, no! Wait, this is pretty normal.
I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can find more grapes inside. I'll see you a lot later.
Ume, are you actually typing?
Yeah.
You bitch! You always type.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Every time there's conversations between 2 different parties, you always type.
That's not true.
Oh,
I have
will
no
look through the mods.
idea what you're
I
talking
will
about.
look through the mods.
You know what? Go for it. Look through the mods.
In
Also,
response to Godo,
I need
though,
a
Aldi
minute.
does point at a row of vines at the back. You'll probably find some back there.
But I want to find the ones that are in. Alright, fine.
Those would be fresher. Just saying.
Okay, but sorry. When you guys are done, I will roleplay with Robert, so Chiru can take the.
I'm just trying to eat myself out of here, man.
Chiru, keep coughing. Give them an excuse to roleplay.
I'm legit trying to talk and I can't. I don't know what's going on. I think it's something I drank.
She's allergic to bullshit.
You know what? You're right, because all what I was spitting was bullshit. I know I type, okay?
It's okay, I'm also the type warrior.
I know, we're looking at each other like, let's take it, hurry.
I'm a type warrior.
But no,
Okay,
no,
but,
seriously, you guys
yeah.
take it first.
No. Chiru can have it, it's fine. I erased it. Good.
I erased it. No,
yeah.
I meant you guys take the spoken roleplay first.
Ah, okay. Let us do.
Let's quest.
Okay.
Let's quest.
Let's quest. All right, guys. Take it away in the thingy. Let me read what I was writing. Oh, wait, I remember. Okay. So, Anna's leading you quietly, Jagatine, like around the house, towards the front area. You see she's taking you back to like at the spot where you were before, over by the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's taking you over there, and then like when she gets there, like she stops and waits for you and Moontail.
All right, they're not too far behind you, but they catch up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As soon as you're close enough, she gives you like this small smile, but you can see like there's concern on her face, and she says, "Are you doing all right?"
Yeah. Old memories. The sisters, they remind me of some people I used to know at one point. The way they approach their problems and some of their story similar.
You see that she gives you a nod, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was just concerned. You look very troubled."
He lets out a long sigh.
And I couldn't help but notice back at the garden. You were pretty upset.
Nothing to do with what's happening here. Just, like I said, old memories. It's just shakes his head.
Listen, I understand what you're trying to say, but despite this not having to do anything that's happening right now, it does concern me. Because I care. I do not like seeing you troubled. Even if these were memories from before you even met us.
Yeah. It's people that I was once very close with is kind of like this. He holds his arms up as if kind of gesturing to the idea of like the adventuring party. I mean, I was younger. They were young, we were all naive. We had challenges. Some are not so different from like what Aldi's going through. What a lot of us are facing. But bites his lip for a moment. Things didn't work out.
I had a feeling you were going to say that, she says with like a frown.
So
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I know I need to I am so sorry, she says, like as she's like covering her mouth now. She looks very embarrassed.
he looks kind of embarrassed too, and he just says, "No, it's fine. Nothing meaningful to say, and just it's hard to think about it sometimes."
You see that she like her shoulders that were up because she was like really embarrassed, like they slump back down as you see her like take a breath to calm, and she says, "Oh, I know they're always going to be there, but if there's anything I can do, I would love to help you."
He almost like snorts a little as he shakes his head, and you being as observant as you are, you can tell that there's this like rising tension in his shoulders and his voice. There's really not. I appreciate the concern, but they're beyond even your help.
I meant emotional and mentally wise. I don't know what happened, but I'm still here.
The corner of his mouth pulls up into that like, you know, that like almost fake smile that like you'd give like when you're about to like completely lose it, but you're like, no, I'm fine. It's that like super like see-through fake smile. He kind of like pulls that.
House on Fire coffee dog smile.
Yeah, kind of, except like a little. He's like Anna can
Yeah, I see right
pretty
through
much
you.
tell. Yeah, it's like he's very much not okay, even though like he's trying to put on a face, but
Mm-hmm.
he's he's not good at it. He just smiles. I appreciate it, but I don't know. Sometime.
You see this as you were continuing, like she did like take a step closer to you and she like takes your hands in hers. It's alright not to be alright, you know?
Yeah, I know. But at At some point, you just gotta get over yourself, right?
I like to think of it as moving on. But if you aren't ready, you shouldn't force it.
I think the time has come where it needs to be forced for many things with me.
I understand. But you don't have to pretend with me, alright?
As you say that, his shoulders lose a little bit of the tension in them. I know.
She's gonna quietly give you a hug.
He's gonna return it somewhat half-heartedly, not because he doesn't care, but just because his mind is somewhere else.
You're gonna see that she gently pats your back, and she's going to say, "Do you want to stay out here?"
He
And
shakes.
then she, as you're saying that, she's gonna also add in, "I'm sure we could still see the stars from here."
He straightens up as you say that, and shakes his head, takes a deep breath. I'll be fine.
She's going to gently let go and like take a little step back, like in a way, like giving him space. Not that she's like backing off. It's just she wasn't giving a little breathing room, and she like gives him like another like. She's looking at him and she says, "Are you sure about that?"
Yeah. It's been long enough. Like you said, gotta move on sometime.
She gives you a small nod and says, "Well, if you change your mind, just say so. And I will... Even if you say I can't help, I'll find a way." She gives you a little smile.
He smiles back with a full genuine smile. I know. I know.
And I'm going to say... and see.
And scene.
Scene.
Alexa and Godo, go!
I mean, Alexa was assigned to go to her mom, but
I know.
What are you doing? Godo,
What's up?
what are you doing?
He's probably sitting down somewhere inside the house in the living room, just like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into? Still, he's probably still like that. He can't go out to the front because apparently Anna and Dragotine were doing something, and I'm pretty sure if I do remember, that's where his camels were at. And he did want to go to his camels, but he didn't want to be rude and interrupt something.
Yeah, cutting him off from his camels.
They went to the front part of the gate. His camels are like at this other area. He could have gone.
He doesn't know that though. All he knows
Okay.
is that you guys are in the front.
Or you're right.
So just go trying to be sensible. Don't worry about him.
Late or worried.
So you guys are in the front and stuff. And Aldi and Unak are still in the back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They chatting it up, getting jiggy with it.
So
Oh my
what is
god.
Little doing? He's going to just stay in.
He's just sitting, trying to wait for the best time until Dragutine and Anna are like not until he knows. But he doesn't want to be like rude and like snoop on them. So he's just sort of sitting there, waiting.
Good guy Goto over here.
And then
He's probably messing around with like one of the few last coins he has of copper.
Yeah, you would Aldi, you would see basically you see Alexa comes out with this like little box, and you would know that this box contains a tent. And
as you're walking out, you just see her looking back at him, and she gives him a smile and a wink, and you hear her just say to him, "Well, fiery flowers should have a fiery scent, shouldn't they?" Before she looks over at you.
am I interrupting?
Sorry. When you say something, Alexa, Unak, already kind of given them distance, so that nothing gets blown up or anything, or you guys don't get blown up. He stands up straight and then he tells you, he like looks to you, Aldi, if you wanna tell her or not.
Aldi
He offers a hand to help you up, though. Sorry.
She takes your hand. She takes your hand after gently placing the flower in her hair, and stands up.
You do hear Unak like kind of like stammering when he sees you put the flower in your hair.
They only blow up if you're not careful with them.
Looks between the two least careful people in the group. Implying you and her. You and her.
You see Aldi just does the castle gift that I'm always posting.
Post again, please.
I love
It's a
this
good
gif.
thing I have that GIF favorited.
Oh yeah, I know
love
which
this
gif it is
one.
now. Actually, it's the one where he like puts his hand out and then, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
God damn it. Ever since Cloyd pointed out the fucking pixelation in his shirt collar, I cannot unsee it.
Oh no.
What did I do?
I
Which
don't...
one?
The GIF I just posted, you pointed out the pixelation in his shirt collar on the first frame.
I'm trying to find it. Where is it? Where is it?
General in Vaskerheim.
I didn't tell you that.
Oh, you didn't? Who did?
Maybe it was Reese.
Maybe it was you, and you're just blaming
no,
it on me.
it was Reese. You're right. My bad, Clyde.
Actually, no, I could totally see it being you doing it and then blaming it on somebody else.
No, it was someone else because I never noticed it until it was pointed out to me.
I think it was Reese.
Reese is a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
Got him.
Ruiner of gifts. Anyway.
But yes, you do that. He just looks kind of between the two of you.
Look, I can be careful and gentle sometimes. You see her looking down and just, like, trying to avoid saying anything else.
I am completely careful. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is there something you need, Alexa?
Yes, I was going to set up the tents here. And she's holding a little tiny box the size of her palm.
I look past her. Do I see anything behind her?
You
Like-
see...
Like any more like furniture or anything?
No, you just see a tiny box.
I do this face. And I ask, where are the beds?
It's in the box.
Oh, they got them rich boy tents too.
I make that face and I stay quiet till I am proven otherwise.
And then you see, I say, well, you guys seen them before. And then she kind of like tosses the box onto just the middle of the the grass, and you see that it starts to expand. Like you see like this magic kind of starts to form around the box, and then you do see like just a little tiny tent that seems to fit like one person.
I look inside the tent.
Yeah, you look inside, and when you go inside, you see just a big, giant spaces area that seems to fit like 10 people, and you do see like a dining room in the middle.
I look outside the tent and I look at the tent.
Yeah, you look outside. When you look outside the tent, it's just one tiny little teepee like tent.
I'm gonna ask Alexa, where the fuck do you get your hands on this kind of shit?
It's an extra dimensional kind of. It's in Cersei. I'm pretty sure you can find one for like 5 gold.
We better continue the conversation before I say something I shouldn't.
We do love our magical artifacts here.
Yeah. But yes, let's I will leave you guys to it, but she'll leave.
God damn it, that woman.
Yep. She walks away, and then she'll just see a lonely Godo.
Did the lonely Godo ever get his grapes?
The lonely Godo did not get his grapes. You just see him sitting there. He hasn't even fucking noticed you yet. He's just sort of sitting there, a little axe hammer thing on his hip. He's sort of sitting there. I'm completely sure that you've all sat in this position where you're sort of on the toilet and your like elbows on your knees and your like hands are sort of
and he's just sort of looking down at his hands. You can see him fiddling around with a coin.
Why did you describe it as sitting down the toilet?
Because that is the first thing that came into my head, and god damn it, I am stuck doing this accent. Alright, fuck it. I'll just keep going with this. But he seems to be messing around with the coin. He seems to be doing some interesting small coin tricks.
Yes, he'll just approach you. But yeah, Aldi and Una can continue, Jeff. What's your... No, it was Anna and Jeffy too? We were talking and you guys were both saying...
They were talking in the front, and then the other two are talking in the back.
Yeah, we finished.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're confused what's going on, it's between Aldi and me.
Yeah, you can talk now.
Okay. I'm gonna look to Aldi. Just kind of keeping an eye on the flower. Yeah, I'm yawning. I'm so sorry. Shit. Fuck. What were we talking about before she interrupted us? Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay.
The flowers.
Okay.
I was gonna say she used to be the cannon, and then all these should be like the flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, the flowers.
You said that you had a lot of experience with these.
Well, these flowers are from the Feywilds, and there are lots of pretty large fields of them. I've gotten myself blown up more times than I care to remember, but they've also saved my life from, well, the other wildlife out there. So I have learned to handle them and grown to appreciate them.
The Feywild sound like a dangerous place.
Very much so.
And is that where you want to go in the future?
You see a frown form upon her face. I mean, I can go back anytime I want now, but with Fiddlesticks dead, there's nothing left for me there.
I mean, don't you have your memories? Your, I don't know, old Feywild friends that you got to know in your Feywild childhood?
There were a few fairies that I played with, but they probably don't even remember me at this point.
So it sounds like you don't intend on maybe even going back to visit, let alone go back home, as he does a quotation marks.
I might one day, but right now, that trip offers more pain than anything.
That makes sense. And what about your sister?
What about her?
Your future, your sister, odds are they are really intertwined. Especially after what I've been told. Or what you've told me, I should say.
Wait, are we talking about Alexa or...
You have other sisters?
Okay, Ignoring that question, she
Hold on now.
chuckles nervously.
We'll pick this up later, but you have to inform me about that.
I will. I plan on sticking by her side for as long as it takes to free her from her master.
The reason I'm prodding you with all these questions is just with what you said, keeping what you said in mind, I was just wondering what you and I hold for one another in the future.
You see her start rubbing her upper arm, and she looks down at the ground for a moment. After a few moments of silence, she looks back up at you and locks her gaze with yours. There would have to be a present before there can be a future. Wouldn't you agree? And you can see in her eyes there's a sense of hope, but also a tinge of fear.
At that, he does wince a bit in concern. One sec. Okay. He winces at that and he pulls away from from the icon, the
Gaze?
gaze. Yes, thank you. And as much as I want this, and I really want this, I just don't know if I can hurt you again. I'm not a reliable person, and that's not fair to you.
You see a small, hesitant smile form on her face. And she gently places her hand on your chest. Life is full of pain and moments that hurt us. What matters is how we respond to it. And she pulls her hand off of your chest and looks away from you, rubbing her upper arm again. I didn't exactly handle things very well back at Dragatine's tribe.
I think it's fair to say that most of us didn't handle things well, as I look in the direction from where Alexa came from.
Yeah. I am sorry for that, though.
Oh. To a degree, she isn't wrong, but it's difficult to say how things should have been handled. In the grand scheme of things, that is. But, please continue.
I'm not opposed to giving it another shot, but I think we both know neither of us are truly ready for it.
He slightly, like this doesn't make sense, like silently. He does a very small nod in agreement.
Seeing as we're going to be traveling together for a while, though. She turns and looks at you again with a small smile on her face. Maybe there's a chance for another try in the future.
He lifts his hands, his claw-like hands, and gently places them on your shoulders. Not to harm you, of course. And he leans in close and kisses you on the forehead. And he nods and says, "Of course."
You see her at this point, she just smiles and stands there quietly.
I slowly drop my hands from your shoulders.
You see her at this point, she slowly turns to look at the flowers again and crouches in front of them. And she just gently runs her hands along the top of them.
Wait, so is any, like, are the flowers, like, they're okay? Question mark?
You'll see some small spurts of flame coming out of them as she does it, but she's moving her hands so slowly that they're barely moving.
Oh, okay. This makes Una nervous. Not for his sake, but for yours.
She just looks up at you and smiles and says, "Told you I learned how to handle these."
He seems to relax a little more and smirks. Yeah, I guess that's true.
It wasn't easy, though. This fiddlesticks had to save my life more than a few times.
I go to almost pat you on the head, notice the flower, and then retract my hand and say, give you a finger gun and say, take that off your head.
She chuckles lightly and pulls it from her hair and just rests it on top of one of the others.
Sorry. The tent is still just set up, right? Like that?
Yes.
Alright. I am going to open the curtain or the door to the tent to allow Aldi to step in.
I follow him in.
And with that, I suppose it's fair to say,
Your face is black.
Kimi, suck it. Scene.
The scene indeed.
Yeah, Godo?
What's up?
Yeah, Alexa approaches you after sitting down.
Again, does not notice you. He's in his own little world.
She stops in front of you, and when you don't, like, take a reaction. Um,
All right, Lass, are you just gonna keep standing in front of me, or what's going on here? Yes, I noticed you like a while ago. I just didn't want to say anything. I'm kidding. Yeah, but seriously, Lass, what's going on?
I was wondering why you're just sitting here.
I was gonna get something from my camels, and then the other two went to the front, and they seemed like they were doing like a talk situation, and I did not really want to be part of that. So until I know that they're done, I'm just sort of waiting. What time is it, by the way?
It's about like 8, almost 9, about 8:30. No, it's 9:09 right now.
God fucking damn it! All right, 9:09. Very precise times here. Goto just sort of leans back from where he's sitting, with his sort of, I guess from your point of view, because of sizes, he's with his sort of sausage-esque fingers, he's sort of wrinkling the coin through them back and forth. I was like looking through the house earlier, when I was using the restroom. What's going on with the situation? You don't seem to have a lot of guest rooms.
Well, yeah, it was pretty much really just a family house, and never really had many guests. I mean, we had sleepovers, but we all just spent the night in our room, and then my brother just had his friends sleep in his room. So we weren't not too big into big houses and stuff. So
He kind of just looks around the place and he's like, I don't know, it's bigger than any place I've stayed at.
Well, it's a pretty average sized house. Three bedrooms.
Yeah, still not
About-
getting that kind of vibe.
It's just 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, still not the same vibe. I mean, like, the closest I've ever had was the,
Wait, you slept in an inn, didn't you?
I don't spend exorbitant amounts of money trying to get, like, a very nice large room. Typically, it's honestly between you and me. I try to find stables just to sleep with because I don't I don't have to spend money typically.
I mean, the stables are near the exits usually.
Anyway,
I mean, you could have left your camels there.
no, I definitely would not have. They're sort of, in a certain sense, you could say rented.
Okay. And where are your? Why are you? Like, how long do you have to rent them for? I mean,
Well, I was planning on going back to where I rented these two from to get my carriage and my horses. But by the looks of things, we're handling some other stuff.
I mean, where is your carriage and horses?
They're in a small town on the edge of the desert, right between that transition between not desert and desert, I guess.
Like to the east or towards the west or the north or the south?
Well, I'll mention it when when we go out to help your friend. If it's on the way, then it's on the way. If it's not, then it's not on the way.
But you still mention it regardless.
Nope. I'll mention it if it's on the way, but I won't say shit if it's not.
What are you hiding?
Nothing actually.
And I just wanted to know more about you.
Maybe not tonight, lass. A bit tired.
Okay, well, the tent is ready. So you could, when you're ready, you can rest in there. It's pretty comfy.
I don't know. Might just sleep off in the open.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate it. I very much do.
Like the couch?
No, that's not necessary for me. So, how you feeling?
I'm okay. I just feel like I don't know.
That's okay.
It's a ball of disappointment.
No, don't say that. Just so you know, it's fine not knowing. Alright? You don't have to know everything. To be honest, between you and me, I'm still processing everything.
My dad's a freaking nerd.
Is that like in character, or is that,
Oh, my
or
dad.
is that just a statement of life and fact?
That's a statement of life and
Okay, gotcha. I had to make sure.
My dad just texted, "So you want my food, or shall I take my sworn, or shall I take my sworn? I guess he meant sword and smite it. I don't know. Get out of here. What were you talking about? I just I'll let you get to your camels, I guess. You're gonna spend time with them. I think Sheila, give her my best regards, I guess.
Will do. Will do.
And she's gonna make her way to the front.
To the what?
To the front to find Dragutin and Anna.
Alright.
And they're making out.
No.
They are not.
I don't know what universe you live in. But,
Yeah, I mean, like, he wouldn't be opposed to it, but like, there's a time and place for everything.
Exactly. You know, you're right.
That's a backyard activity, not a front yard activity.
Of course, it's a backyard activity.
Like where there's soil
Exactly.
and exploding flowers. Like how's that not romantic?
And Una and Aldi being wholesome.
So what are you guys doing when Alexa comes out?
After their talk, I was going to say that I started typing it because I was like, oh, they're taking a while. You know what? I'm gonna type a little bit. But after their talk, like she did give Dragutin some space. Like she could tell, like he still kind of processing some things. But like she still stayed with him and Moontail. But then, like at one point, like she's just quiet, and then she like thinks about something, and then like with like a small like she her smile like it's a little bigger. Then she looks at Jack and says, "So, how do you say hello in Moontail's language?"
Wait. I mean, I guess it's.
That's what he said.
He said that. You can see she's like, "Is it? Can you say it one more time?"
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that it's just.
You see her like thinking, like she's really trying, and then she goes, "What?"
Dragutin and Moontail kind of like wince and like lean back a little bit.
Like,
I did not do that correctly, did I?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you just insulted her.
I am very sorry. That was
Yeah,
not my intentions.
No, I know, but just like yeah, don't say that to Wild Egg speak. You might get pecked.
Oh. You can see her like now she looks oof.
Really quick, Kimi, did you get my message?
Of course.
I was kind of hoping you would before you start the next segment. Oh, you're just lying. Okay, got it.
Of course I didn't read it yet.
Of course, I just saw that you sent it.
Like you see that she kind of like gets embarrassed and she goes, "I will work on that." Then she kind of looks to Moontail like sheepishly and goes, "I am very sorry for whatever I said."
Yeah, no, she said it's fine. I mean, like everyone starts somewhere.
Ugh. Uh, the fuck? Sorry.
Damn, Anna.
No, Deidre sent me an invitation to play Dota.
Yeah, they're sassing me right now.
Yeah. When do I get to be sassed? Okay,
As you're a nice person.
okay. You know you're right. You see she still looks kind of embarrassed and says, now I'm truly afraid to say something else.
No, I mean, like, you're closer than most people. I mean, it's kind of like if you're talking to someone and like you're trying to say like, wow, they look beautiful, but then you say that they look like bitchiful. I mean, it's like it's close. It's similar. You got most of the. Oh,
um,
speaking of,
I want that laugh to be canon for Anna.
No,
I vote for that laugh to be canon for Anna.
no, she wouldn't laugh. It's embarrassed.
how can we help you, Miss Alexa?
You see Anna like she kind of like as he says that you're like going. She does kind of like look at you, Alexa, and she's like outright raised.
so, what did you say in Outspeak that was so bad?
I mean, no, go ahead. You can say it again.
What?
Tracy and Moontail both cringe again.
I have no idea what that means, but that is what I said. I think. No, Alexa, no. I am truly trying to learn here.
Seriously?
Is that weird?
No, it's perfectly normal.
She kind of gives you a look.
I just wanted to tell you that the tent is ready, and it's a really nice tent, and yeah. So you guys should check it out.
Minor question. Is this like somewhere that if I slept outside I'd like wake up with a knife at my throat, or
Not generally. This is generally a nice area. I mean, there's also that just rare occasion that you might get mugged, but it's rare in this area.
gotcha.
It's not zero, but it's just
All right.
possible. Like a thief might just be like, "Hey, I might go to the nice area just to see what I might find," you know?
That's reassuring.
So just to be clear, Anna has a spot in the tent, right?
Yeah, that's enough for him.
All right.
Unless Una claims all the beds.
Wait, how many beds are there?
10, I believe.
How big is this tent?
You have to see for yourself.
One of his eyebrows kind of goes up. I mean, like, we have big tents in our tribe, but like, that's gotta be a big tent.
Oh, come on, Nate. Just come see it for yourself.
Okay. After you.
Are you guys sitting down or sitting up?
They were standing.
Standing.
Yeah, and then she'll lead you guys to the backyard.
As like you're walking away, Alexa, she's going to look over, like she's gonna look to Dragatine more like to say, "I apologize again." As like she did see you guys tense up.
It's fine. I told you to do it anyway. I should be the one apologizing.
Depends. What did I say?
They both kind of look at each other. Just say it's a insult about a mother's decency, something like that.
That sounds very unclassy. But I'll get there. I'll get there.
It's like something that like Unok would probably yell as an insult to someone if he was like kinda half mad, but like not really. Like, ha ha ha. I slept with your mom last night.
Yes, I am not saying that again.
Yeah. Something like that. I mean, the translation's not exact, but something like that.
You see that like she's just start walking so that we're not like you're not leaving us behind, Alexa. But she keeps talking to Dragatine, and she says, "All right, is it the pronunciation? Is it something I didn't do? Is she like kind of like taps like with her fingers like to her throat? She goes, "Is there something I have to do? A gesture in here or
Well, that's you can
enunciate
see
it?"
Alexa's like looking over her shoulder at you guys.
You see, I was genuinely like really trying to figure out like how the pronunciation went wrong and like how what was the proper way to do that. Like it's a trick to the throat, the trick to the tongue.
No, it's like
Alexa, this isn't a joke. I am truly trying to learn something here.
I speak. Me and Moontel just connected last time we did this, so.
Yeah, that's gibberish.
Says you.
Yeah, alright. No, yeah. So Anna, Alexa's got it down. Just take lessons from her. What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
And she kind of like gives you a look. She goes, "I think I know exactly what can go wrong."
Yeah, I mean, she clearly has no idea what she's talking about, but yeah, not just.
You kidders.
What? What did she say?
You kidders.
You kidders. Okay.
Oh, you kidders.
And then kind of like shakes her head. As you like take it into the back, yeah.
She takes you guys, and then when you get to the back, you do see a tiny little tent for one person.
Yeah, no, we're not fitting in there. I'll be sleeping out here.
Check inside.
Is this one of those where it's all magically inside? It appears smaller on the outside but bigger on the inside.
You won't know if you check inside.
You guys are like crazy, stupid rich.
You know, you really are trying to make us check something when you can verbally say something, Alexa.
Because I like to. Fine, yes.
I kill your boast, but alas.
And it wasn't that expensive. It's only like 5, 6, 7 gold.
Yeah. So that's like. Yeah, that's more than I've ever had.
I doubt that. I mean, like, in terms of, like, your whole village, since you are the leader.
Yeah, it's not exactly how that works. Even still, we don't exactly keep piles of coins lying around.
Anna knows what I'm talking about.
Speaking of Dragutine's trend, there is a cultural difference, Alexa. But if you're talking about West Vaskerheim, then that is correct.
Yeah. So it's just go inside.
She sees she does give you like a small smile. She goes, well, thank you very much, Alexa.
Mm-hmm. She does look sad.
Oh.
She then like you can feel her kind of like come up to you, and she doesn't like like doesn't go up to your like personal space, but you can see like she did attempt to like come to you. She goes, "Is there something you want to say,
No, it's fine.
Alexa? Come on, we're all family here."
I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to fit in.
Does it have something to do with what we said?
Just in general. I've never really fit in with groups. Honestly, I wouldn't even have friends like Fayley and Willow if it wasn't for Siri. And I guess ever since we're not exactly friends anymore, I really haven't made any more.
Aren't we your friends?
Yeah, I guess.
Alexa, we agree and we disagree and we fight, but that doesn't make you any more of our friend. Oh, any less of our friend.
I don't know, I just feel like you guys just tolerate or just obligated to travel with me. Not really. I don't think I could.
Are you guys gonna come in eventually?
I was actually
I can
just gonna
hear
say.
you just chatting out there. If you're gonna be dramatic, at least do it inside some place warm and decent.
She just gestures.
Are you trying to say our backyard isn't decent?
Oh my god.
I mean, have you seen your backyard compared to this?
Have you seen our backyard compared to the rest of the city?
I'm not worried about the rest of the city. I'm worried about what I have right now. Which means I'm not worried. That didn't make sense.
Yes, as they're like talking like up with their voices, like basically shouting stuff. She's going to like lean in, like Alexa. She's gonna like hush now, so she could just only you could hear her, and she's gonna say, "We all are different, Alexa. Yeah, we all stay together."
By the way, to know I'm eavesdropping, do I hear that?
I think she whispered that, so you might have to roll a perception.
I want to
Yeah, she did.
intentionally listen to that though. I'm listening.
Roll perception.
So you probably have to go outside and
Go outside. No, I refuse. Never mind then.
But yeah, she says that, and then she says, honestly, do you think we're all alike here? I think every one of us is different.
I don't know. You're like really right. Everyone kind of just. You're a joy to have around. And I'm kind of a burden.
Alexa, that doesn't mean anything. And I'm not saying that you're right. You are not right about that. You know how many times I faulted myself? Thinking that I've burdened everyone around me. But I choose to go on, you know. Because I know y'all care about me.
I don't know if I'm just imagining it, but I don't. I guess it's the reason why he kind of left.
Do you think if you were truly a burden, Alexa, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if you thought you were a burden and we truly wanted to get away from you, do you really think we'd come after you?
Like I said, obligation.
At that point, we didn't have an obligation.
Plus, Aldi was with me too, so. Is that?
Yes, and we care about you both.
Can I like come out and like push you guys in?
Yeah.
You can come out. You can see that Anna has like leaned in and like is talking in the hushed voice to Alexa.
I give you guys an angry face.
She glance. She like lens. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Unak comes out and angry face and then pushes you guys. It pushes both of you at the time.
Wait, did you, Unok?
Yeah, I said I said that I'm gonna come out and push you guys in.
She's not resisting, but she's like, Unok, I'm having a conversation with her.
Conversation you can have inside. I just enough with your pessimistic behavior, Alexa. Get over it. We're friends. Big deal. You make those now. Whoa. And then I push you guys to a bed, I guess. I don't know. Something warm. I put a blanket over you two. And then I was like, okay, now you guys can continue. And I leave.
Now kiss.
No kiss.
You see him poking his head into the room.
It's I'm okay.
You don't seem it.
I'll live.
How many more times do you have to hear it, Alexa?
Can't help how I feel.
I know. And I'll just have to keep reminding you.
What do we get her? A shock collar or something like that? You know, every time she says something about not being friends with her, we just shock her. I like that idea.
Hmm.
I poke my head out of the room and stuff.
You heard her like it's like a hmm. And then she like her attention's back on you, Alexa, and she says, "We're not going to be doing that."
Ah,
And then you hear, like you would hear. I think everybody would hear this. And it's like, who the hell drank my juice?
oh, time to go to sleep. Good night, everyone. And I'm just gonna pick up bed, and I'm just gonna. Is there like curtains or doors? What is there?
It's like, Aldi!
Is there like curtains or doors to the rooms? Like
There's no.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, there's curtains too, like each, like separating each bed and stuff. But like,
Damn it! I'm gonna just pretend to go to sleep then, since
Aldi pops her head out of the tent. It wasn't me!
yes, it was.
And it's like looking like back and forth, and like the voice was coming, and then she kind of looks at me and goes, "Who is that?"
that's my brother.
Oh shit!
Oh, your brother?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Dragon just walks out of the tent.
I think I'm going to do you mind? I need to speak to him too.
Okay.
She kind of
Go ahead.
I'm, and we're probably gonna end.
Okay. I was gonna say, cause Kimi, I told you the message I did a long time ago.
I know.
Wait,
You gotta
what?
understand. Okay, I told her a while ago, check on our Eastern Coast people so we see how they're doing, cause it's late.
It's only midnight.
Well, for you, it's only midnight. But for Robert, it's fucking midnight.
Wait.
Them's the real facts.
I'm just trying to tell you, Kimi, you gotta take into consideration people's and their time zones and their, well, lives. And you gotta understand, saying soon isn't exactly soon. It's been almost an hour since I sent you that message.
It's been 36 minutes.
How do you know?
Because you last told me this at, when I checked the time, it was at 10:15.
You don't even take notes. You think I trust you for checking the time? Your information is unreliable. As much as I want to believe you, it can't be that. It probably wasn't that long ago, but still.
When you told me the time, like when you brought it to my attention, like looked at the time.
I'm just saying, I'm not sure. It was 8 something.
No, because no, because when I said I have.
Oh no, you're right. It was 9 because I remember that it hit 12 o'clock for them, so I wanted to make sure. So it was about 9 o'clock or so. Regardless, I still think you should check in on them because saying soon for us, which to me means 5 to 10 minutes, ended up being 45 minutes. I was going to send you another message asking how long it was going to take in regards to minutes, how long time-wise, but I had a feeling you weren't going to have an estimation for that because we roleplay forever.
Putting it lightly.
So, question is, Atra, how are you doing? Robert, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Sorry, I was yawning.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
It's okay. Go ahead, Kimi. Ask them.
I mean, it was a good time to end it, and then.
Well, yeah, Kimi already said that's where we'll end the session.
I think I was gonna just have it as a cliffhanger as him yelling out.
Where's my juice? Next